Hello, everybody. A very warm welcome. So there are few people who would like to join. So we'll start in next 2-3 minutes. We would appreciate if anybody wants to introduce themselves and network in this group. So we have 2-3 minutes. If you want, you can introduce yourself and get acquainted with others. Shortly, we'll start Rajvi Channa's program on social media, tips on social media. मध्ये का सेशन मध्ये करतो. Okay, I think the participants will join us. Let's start with the program. So warm welcome to all of you. My name is Sushant Mysorkar, and I would now take an opportunity to introduce Rajvi Channa. She's a 17-year-old podcaster, a graphic designer, social media marketer. She was a speaker at the World Creativity Conclave 2021, a budding psychologist turned studentpreneur at Cropers. She also worked with corporate organizations, and we are happy to associate with her. Her. One, one of her biggest event is with us, Brindra in Singapore, and she has been doing a lot of creatives for our Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and all our social media handles. She helps institutions, organizations to represent the best of themselves to the world. So over to you, Rajvi, for your presentation.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in today. And today we are going to look at social media uh, and small little tips that all need to keep in mind when working on social media. So we will be going through what social media is, then the types of content you can post on social media, the different types of engagement hacks you should look at, what different platforms are and what are the different goals of each platform, how to choose the right platform for yourself, and then how can you use the hashtag to its fullest. Social media is our go-to place for everything. We need a beauty advice, we go to social media. We need a health advice, we go to social media. We need an educational advice, we go to social media. We need inspiration, we go to social media. We want entertainment, we run to social media. Our entire algorithm has shifted from Google being our major search to YouTube and Instagram now. It is a needed asset for all businesses. 60% of businesses are increasing their daily ad worth or daily ad money they put in on social media just because the amount of people that are coming. Their sales have doubled, have tripled after they have entered social media world. And social media helps the connections. It's that gap, it's a bridge gap between you and your customer. The customer wouldn't know about you if you're not on social media. How would they know what are you selling? How would they know about your content? Until and unless it's out there on social media and it's available for people to see. Now, what are the different types of content you can post on social media? First and foremost is entertainment content. Within this comes all your memes, all your funny videos. May I please request Rajesh to mute himself? Thank you so much. The entertaining content, it's all the funny videos you see, it's all the memes that you see, it's all available on social media. It's a type of content you can post on social media. Inspirational. This is your amazing quotes, your facts, images, personal stories. For example, let's say you are a yoga teacher. When you post a story of yourself or when you post a story of your client that has either reduced weight or gained weight or whatever he's aimed for, when you post that, you're inspiring others to follow you. You're inspiring the world to do what you are doing. So that is a kind of an inspirational content which you post on social media. Next is educational tips and tricks, your answers to various FAQs, your case studies, free resources that they put, also known as freebies that are given around, live videos that are going on social media. All of this comes under educational. You would have seen various digital marketers, social media marketers, various trainers putting at least they're putting one tip on a daily basis. And it's always said that if you want to grow on social media, put a tip a day. Why do they say that? Because people come to social media to learn something. And your tips are what they are looking for. Your tips are the kind of content you're waiting for. It's educational based content. That is what people want to see on social media, education. So tips and tricks fall under this thing. Your blog posts. How many of you write writing blogs, articles, LinkedIn articles? All of them are educational based content. People love reading that. If I were to say that, okay, go on a website and try read an article, I would rather say, no, I don't want to go there. But if I would see that same article on a social media platform, there are higher chances of me wanting to read it because I'm so acquainted with social media. I'm so involved with social media. A conversational content. When you ask your clients, when you ask your followers questions, when you do AMA sessions with them, that is a conversational content. When you do polls with them, that is a conversational content. When you say caption this, how many of you have seen many celebrities saying caption this? Write the best caption in the comment box. I will pin the best caption. That's conversational content. They are trying to have conversation with you. They are trying to build a conversation with you. They're trying to build that connection with you. It's all parts of content, types of content you can post over there. Asking for advice. How many of you have seen that TBH or that sticker filter which comes up and people say Netflix suggestions or Prime suggestions? That is a conversational type of content. When people are asking you, "Hey, what should I watch next?" They are trying to take advice from you. Last is your connection. This is basically showing behind the scenes of what happens, behind the scenes of this video making, or behind the scenes of the last photo shoot, or photos of your life, of your events that you're doing, different employees that are there. So your team photos, showing the steps of how the final product has come out. That's all connection. You are trying to build a connection with the audience from the scratch. You are trying to tell them that everything they see on screen has a background story to it. has a background to it. And when you try and show people that there is background attached to something that you're presenting on social media, they connect to you. Then they feel that this is realistic. If otherwise, if I just show them the amazing content that's available and I didn't show them the behind the scenes, or I didn't show them what my clients look like or what my employees look like, they would think a lot of it as artificial. So if you want your feed, or if you want your Instagram page, your Facebook page, LinkedIn profile to be the best profile, you have to put a mixture of all of these kind of content. When you sit down and design your calendar for the month, the calendar for the week, try and incorporate all of these in that. It's not that you have to incorporate all of this as a style of post. Maybe you're trying to make conversational as a style of story where you're asking AMA to your audience. You're trying to give education via or via a reel. It's all fine, but an incorporation of all these kinds of posts helps make a helps make the perfect profile for your social media. Going ahead to the engagement hacks, first and foremost is posting consistently. There is no break after that. If you post today and then you forget posting for a week, you post after 1 week, and then you post for 3 days in a row, but then you forget again for 2 days, you're breaking that consistency that is coming with you. When you post once, that's one thing. You're starting it, you're rubbing the edge of social media. Post the second day, you've crossed one more step. Post the third day, another step. When you're constantly posting for at least a week, you've already taken that step where social media is going to promote you itself. You do not have to send your post out to people. The social media algorithm is going to do that for you. So if you want the social media to help you, if you want Instagram to promote you, post consistently. You cannot post once a week or twice a week and then say, I'm not gaining followers. You need to put at least one post a day. At least that is the minimum. One post should go on a daily basis. If you think you have too much of content and you are able to make content, make two posts a day. Post one in the morning, post one in the evening, but post something. Let people see what your content is. वरना content वो diaries में ही बंद होके रह जाए. Let it come out on social media. Engage with your audience. When someone comments something, reply to them. And don't just reply with a thank you or my pleasure or thank you for liking my post. No, give them valuable replies. Give them valuable comments. Go to various pages, follow your niche. Okay? Go to pages that are related to your niche. Drop in valuable comments at them. When you do that, people who are going watching that person's post are also going to look at your comment. Then they are going to come to your profile because you have left a valuable comment. You have left something valuable out there on social media. And when you do that, you are increasing your number of followers without actually increasing your number of followers. For your ideal followers, let's say I was doing digital marketing, I would try and follow digital marketers because then I would be able to connect with their audience. I would be able to connect with their niche. I would be able to connect with their content. I would also know that, okay, this content is trending right now. This is not trending. This is the latest trend on social media. Uh, this hashtag is working and that is not. When you follow your ideal followers, your traffic which is coming in, the people that are coming to see your account are all related to your niche. If you were a beauty page and you followed everyone that is not related to beauty, you would realize that the people coming and liking your post are also not your niche related. If you want your niche related followers, if you want your clients to become your followers, you have to initially follow your ideal followers. Do not follow any and everyone on social media. Just funnel it down to what you want, what you expect out of your followers, and follow those people. Use emojis. Emojis are that connecting tool of human beings. If I send you a text message with no emojis, you would feel that the message is so dead. The second I add one single emoji in it, you would think that the message is all live again. You would connect with my message. So if that can happen in the text messages, imagine its impact on social media. Imagine its impact on social media where 20,000, 30,000 of people are posting every second. And you are that person who's trying to put emojis. You are connecting with your audience. You're giving your audience one more chance to connect with them. And when you do that, when you give your audience one more chance to connect, you are giving them one more step to come closer to you. You are building that one more gap for them to become your clients. It's a journey where you're taking them from just being your followers to your clients. And if you want that, you have to follow these engagement hacks. You have to use emojis. You have to engage with them. You have to follow your ideal followers. You have to post consistently. There is no running back from posting consistently. There's no running back from engaging. You cannot tell a social media marketer, I'm not getting followers. If you are the one who's not to engage, you have to engage. Reply to people, talk to people, ask questions. It takes a second to write a question. And that 1 minute or 1 second or 10 seconds of it can change the entire game for your account. Creating polls. Whenever you post something, 2 days later, 3 days later, ask people, are you liking the content that is going on my account? Are you enjoying what I'm putting on my account? Do you have any doubts? Do you want me to take a live session on this topic? Ask questions to your audience, connect with them, do a TDH, do an AMA. When you do all of these different kinds of activities, your audience feels that you are a real being and you are not a robot behind that screen. And when that feel of a real being comes in, that is when more connections are built. Now imagine if I were to talk to a robot. Will I talk to a robot with my heart or will I talk to a human being with my heart? Of course, I'll talk to the human being with my heart. And how will I know that the person behind that screen is a human being? When I will engage with that audience. Anyone coming onto your page and liking your post, just say thank you so much for liking my post. Is there something I can help you with? DM it personally to them. That is when they feel okay. This person actually cares about me that I've liked their post. This person cares about the opinions of its followers. This person cares about the opinions of people that are coming on this page. And let trollers also troll. Don't feel that anyone coming and trolling you is going to make you fall down. Don't. If someone comes and says, hey, you know what? Before teaching it to the world, you do it yourself. Say, okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate your trollers because they are going to push you towards doing better now. When I initially started, a lot of people came down and said, पहले खुद का तो कर लो, दुनिया को बाद में सिखाना, तुम छोटे हो, तुम दुनिया को कैसे सिखाओगे? हम 50 साल से कर रहे हैं, हम 20 साल से कर रहे हैं. Appreciate everyone. Say, okay, fine, you do your thing, I'm doing my thing. Thank you, well appreciated, much appreciated. You do not want people to go down and say bad about you. You do not want people to go around on social media and say, do not follow this account. We do not want to create that impression. And if we do not want to create that impression, just acknowledge everyone coming onto your page, say a thank you, and move on. That's the best thing you can do with it. Going ahead to our platforms and goals. Every platform is not for everyone. For me, as a social media marketer and a graphic designer podcaster, TikTok does nothing for me. Pinterest does nothing for me because that is not my place. My place is more of Instagram. My place is more of Facebook. My place is more of Twitter. Now think about your platform. Think about what goal you have with social media. If you want to be seen, or if you want to sell something, if you want to sell a product, if you want to sell a concept, Facebook is for you. Everyone is on Facebook, right from a 10-year-old child to a 60-year-old auntie. Everyone is on Facebook. They're scrolling Facebook. You don't know who might see your product and come to you to buy it. If you want to be seen, if you want to get viral, go on Facebook. It's very easy to get viral on Facebook. Twitter, that is for entertainment. If you want to entertain people, go post your content on Twitter. Let people retweet your content. If that is your goal at the end of the day, then I want to provide only and only entertainment. Twitter is for you. If you want to inspire people, or if you want to be inspired, if you want to learn something, go on to Instagram. That's the place to get inspirations from. That's the place to learn something from. That's also a place to be seen. Yes, you can get viral, but the main agenda of it is to be inspired and to learn. A lot of us, when we need something, what do? Hashtag podcasting. If I need a podcast tip, quick tip, I'll just go on to hashtag podcasting. And then I can see so many tips that are there on Instagram. And I'd be like, okay, yeah, this is the one for me. If I want to learn more about the latest trends of colors or the latest trends of font, just hashtag font, hashtag color psychology, hashtag font psychology, and I'll see so much content over there. So Instagram is for that, to learn, to get inspired, to inspire people. Pinterest. That is your idea hub. If you need a new idea for anything, go to Pinterest. Just type in your what do you want. It might be you want an idea for your room decor. It might be you want an idea for your office decor. You might want idea for your Instagram feed. You might want ideas for your car. Anything. Pinterest it is. Go to Pinterest. Just type in what do you want your ideas for, and that place, that hub is going to give you abundance of ideas. TikTok, banned in India, still working in so many other different countries. It's an app to be seen. Have you seen people actually selling something on TikTok? No. They just want to get viral. They want to just be spread across. They want to become famous. That is the idea of TikTok. Now, if you see with Instagram Reels, initially Instagram Reels started with this thing that people wanted to be seen. People wanted it to become popular. Now there's an entire shift taking place where Reels have become your educational purposes. People want to learn from reels. Why do people say post at least 2 reels a day or at least 1 reel a day? It's that one hub where you can reach out to maximum people, where you can teach people. So Instagram realized that okay, people are using my reels as the local TikTok. I don't want that. I want I want people to learn from my reels. So what did we do? We changed the entire algorithm. Anyone who is using reels to just get famous, no, I'm not going to increase your reach. Anyone who used reels for selling something or for teaching something, I'm going to increase your reach. So different platforms, different goals. Think about yourself. What does your company want? What do you want with social media? What is your at the end motive with social media? Don't go there with a blank screen that I just want to be famous. Everyone wants to be famous. But how do you want to be famous? Do you want to teach something and want to be famous? Do you want to only be seen? Do you want to entertain people and be famous? Do you want to give ideas and be famous? So how do you want to be famous? Think about that. How do you want to get rich? Think about that and then go on a particular platform. As I said, every platform is not for you. Choose your platform very wisely. For example, let's take a school. उन्हें अपने स्कूल में एडमिशन के लिए बच्चे चाहिए. Where will they place their ads? Will they place their ads on Pinterest? Will they place their ads on Twitter? No, they will place their ads more on Facebook. They will place their ads more on Instagram. That is where school-going parents, school-going children are going to come. That is where their right audience is going to come, which knows यार अच्छा मुझे अगर बच्चे को स्कूल में भेजना है तो मैं Pinterest को ढूंढूंगा या सॉरी मैं Instagram पे जाऊंगा या Facebook पे जाऊंगा. I will get schools around my area. If I want to build a new home and I want some new ideas for my room, where will I go? I will go to Pinterest and I will go to Instagram, but I will first go to Pinterest. Okay, design ideas. They will tell me the right tools, right lights, right everything I need to use. How can I make my room creative? Everything is going to be available on Pinterest. If I look at Facebook, that's a site basically where people are coming and just sharing the stuff. So if I just want things to be sold or if I want things to be seen by the world, Facebook it is. However, if I have that I want my brand to get very, very famous and I want to build circles, I want to build more and more people in my brand, I will go to Google Plus. But is that an easy step to take? No, of course, it's going to take time. Google Plus is a higher end thing. Can I start there? No, I cannot start there. Start from Facebook, start from Instagram, then jump to Google Plus. If I want to share a video that I've created, what's my first platform that's going to come into my mind? YouTube. Will I get viral on YouTube? Yes, I can get viral on YouTube. How will I get viral? Use the right tags, use the right hashtags, target the correct audience. So every platform at the end of the day is serving different audiences, is serving with different motive. Not all of them have the same motive. Different platforms, different motives, different reach. If you place an ad on Facebook for 400 rupees, you barely reach 15,000 people and you barely get 20 leads. If you put that same 400 on Instagram, you will reach around 40,000 people and you will get around 50 leads. So, which platform will you choose? Will you choose only Facebook? Will you choose only Instagram? Or will you say, okay, let's take a blend of both? Getting original leads from Facebook? Am I getting original leads from Instagram? No. But if I put my ads on both, will people know about me? Yes, people will know about me. What kind of content am I selling? If I want to sell how to make videos, where can I sell that? Can I sell that on Instagram? Yes, I can. Can I sell that on YouTube? Yes, I can. But how will I sell it on YouTube if I don't have monetization? So my only option left is now Instagram. What kind of ad will I? What kind of audience will I target? All of this. When you sit down and design your customer profile, think about the platforms your customer is available. Every customer is not available on every platform. There are different customers available on different platforms. You have to find the right one for your audience. Hashtags. It is the most common and the most important thing right now. We're seeing that if you want to get famous on Instagram, if you want to get famous on YouTube, use hashtags. But it is not like if you put any and every hashtag, you're gonna get famous. How can you get famous using hashtags? Hashtags should firstly and foremostly relate to your niche or your product. They cannot be any random hashtags that you put. They have to be related to the product you're trying to sell. They have to be related to the niche that you're trying to address. Should be engaging hashtag. They might just be hashtag comment, hashtag like. That is an engaging hashtag. You're telling people to do something. It's a hashtag that will catch hold of many people. They should be easy to remember. Now, if I went around and put a hashtag practical learning approach, will people remember that or will people just remember learning? Think about hashtag what a person can remember. If I want to create a brand hashtag, will I create the entire hashtag with my entire motto in, or will I just have croppers in it, or just brain rhyme in it? Or will I create brain rhyme, neuroscience, mastermind, Vedic maths, everything? No, it's going to be too long. People are not going to be able to remember it. So it should be short, it should be crisp, and it should be easy for people to remember when they first see your hashtag. It should be a trending hashtag. If you see today, COVID-19 is one of the most trending hashtags. Can we use COVID-19 in all our posts? Go ahead. You will get a lot of reach. But the only drawback of the 19 hashtag is that you'll get a link which will relate to the COVID-19 page. So if you want the link on your post, go ahead. You can use the COVID-19 hashtag. At least you're going to get more visitors coming onto your profile. At least I'm going to get a wider reach. And again, short and simple hashtags. Without hashtags, your content, your post only reaches 2% of your followers. 2%. So even if you're following 200 people, your post is only going to reach 20 people. And are you 100% sure those 20 people are going to like on it? No, they're not going to like it. So use hashtags so that at least your post reaches 10, 12, 15% of your audience. अगर 100 लोगों को भी मेरी पोस्ट गई उन 100 लोगों में से भी अगर 10 ने लाइक किया उन 10 का 10% फिर से जाएगा. The whole algorithm is this. If even 10% of people that initially have seen your post like it, again 20 more percent people will see it, then 30 more percent people will see it. And how can we ensure that at least we get 10% likes? By using hashtags, by using tags, by posting consistently, by posting using emojis, by replying to people, by commenting on people's posts, by following the people that we aim to have as our followers. Now, how many hashtags can you put? Instagram allows you to put 30 hashtags. But should you put exactly 30? No. Why? Because if a bot checker is coming, he's going to see, okay, I have 30 hashtags. He's done too much to the point. He's done too much to the rule. Let's take his post down. So you are not going to realize, but your post has been actually outdated by Instagram now. So how many correct hashtags you can put? Put a variety. In one post, maybe put 27 hashtags. In the other post, maybe put 26 hashtags. Then put 28 hashtags or 29 hashtags. In some post, even put 15 hashtags. Give a variety of hashtags. Give a variety of the tags you're using. Give a variety of number of tags. Give a variety of kind of tags you use. Can you repeat your hashtags in your posts? What is going to happen? That post is again going to reach only some kind of audience. Have a consistent 2 or 3 hashtags that define you and your niche, but do not keep the 15 or 20 hashtags same for every post. Try doing this once. If you post consistent hashtags, for example, if I have 20 hashtags for post A and the same 20 are used for post B, My post B is not going to be able to reach so many people. Why? Because it's the same type. If a bot comes on checking, and bot does check every account. Otherwise, if the bots were not there, the accounts would have gone haywire. People would be posting anything and everything on social media. Now, when the bot comes to check my account, he'll see, okay, same hashtags. That means same post. Take it down. Who wants to see the same post twice? Till now, the bots are not too intelligent to read our images, to read what we have written on images. What they can read are text, our content, our hashtags. So that has to be different in each post. That has to be engaging in each post. That cannot be the same. When we post anything, try connecting with audience. Use language that is easy to connect. If I am talking about psychology or if I'm talking about designing and I use too many technical terms, how are people going to understand what I'm saying? I have to use easy, common man language. If I put some technical language and technical quote out there, will people connect with my quote? Will people connect with my terms? They'll feel alienated. They'll feel I'm saying the wrong thing, or they'll feel I'm trying to talk in German or I don't know, Spanish. If I want people to connect with me, I have to speak in common man language. Speak in a regional language. Try to make regional posts. In India, if you want to get hit on social media, speak Hindi. There is no running back from speaking Hindi. You would have seen that every good person, even Sadhguru now is trying to make Hindi content. Why? Because our audience wants it. Gaur Gopal Das is trying to make Hindi content. Why? Because audience is craving for it. If you see that your audience wants something, why not provide that to audience? Because if you provide that to audience, there are more chances of people coming onto your account. The account ratio of people coming over here increase. Show your face to audience. How will they know if it's a real person? Maybe come live once a week so that they know, अच्छा यार ये इंसान भी जिंदा है. It's an insan behind the screen. It's not a robot working on this account. Real connections will be formed. Yes, a lot of people are not comfortable showing faces and they're like, no, we don't want to show faces. Then what can you do? What's the replica of your face on social media? Make Bitmojis. We've all used Bitmojis on Snapchat. We all know what emojis are, Bitmojis are. Use those. Make your personal Bitmoji so that people see that Bitmoji and they connect to you. Provide value. Then give value to your people. There is no running back from giving value to people. If I fail to give value, if I fail to give the right content, why will people stick onto my page? Think of this. There are 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 people posting the same content every minute, posting about the same niche every minute. Why should people watch my content? Because I will give value to them. Because I will care about them. How will I care about them? By just saying, thank you so much for liking my post. By showing my face or showing my Bitmoji. By leaving comments on people's pages, by leaving comments on my own page, replying to comments and giving value in those replies. Not only thank yous and welcomes and thank you for watching or this. Value, content. हम सबके पास content है. We all have amazing content. Where do we lack in it? We cannot showcase our content on social media. Why? Because either we are too scared of the trollers or two, we do not know how to show it. It's simple. You do not have to be creative. You don't have to be the best designer in the world to get your content on social media. No one starts with the best. Even if you see the first post of Avi Arya sir, who is right now the best digital marketer or the best digital trainer, his first post was not as good as it is today. But he started it. He put something out there. He showed his content to the world. He gave value to customers. He showed his face. He left comments. And when that became a consistency, when that kept happening, people started connecting to him. People started understanding what he's trying to sell. People started engaging with his content. People started remembering his content. And that is what we want to do with our social media. We want people to remember us. We want people to remember our pages. We want people to remember our content. And if we want that to happen, we have to make sure that we are giving value. We are showing ourselves. We are being ourselves. There is no place for being a fake personality on social media. There is no place for fakeism. You have to be true to you. You have to be true to your audience. Only then they are going to connect. Thank you so much for that. That is the end of my presentations. Now the room is open for any questions and any discussions. Would love to hear any questions from anyone. Do we have any questions?
Yeah, hi Rajvi.
Hi, ma'am.
So, hello sir, Sushant sir, good evening. Rajvi, I just had a question. When I was seeing one slide which says about follow the followers, right? What was it?
Okay. So let's say you are in the field of digital marketing. Okay. So who will you
Can
follow?
you be a bit louder? Can you be a bit louder?
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So let us say you are in the field of digital marketing. Now, who will you follow? You will follow more digital marketers. Now, when you follow people in your niche, what happens? The traffic coming on their page is also going to come on your page because you are using the same content. You are using similar hashtags. You have similar people coming onto your account. That increases the number of followers walking into your account. That increases the reach of your account. So always think of this. जिस जो आप चाहते हो, जैसे आप चाहते हो कि मेरे को क्या clients चाहिए, अपने clients का सोचो. जैसा मुझे client चाहिए, मुझे उसके गुरु को follow करना है. जो client मेरा चाह रहा होगा, जो उसकी need है ना, वो कौन provide कर रहा है, उसको follow कर लो. उसकी post पे जाके comment छोड़ो, या एक valuable चीज बताकर. जो पोस्ट देख रहा है वो आपका कमेंट भी तो पढ़ेगा. क्या हो रहा है at the end of the day? Traffic is coming into your account. At the end of the day, your account's reach is increasing. Your account का follower list is increasing, not someone else's. And you haven't paid for those followers. Those are genuine people coming to you, just seeing your content, just seeing your valuable inputs and comments you've left on other people's posts.
And one more question regarding hashtags. You said that, see, I happen to see like one big list of hashtags. I don't think so that works.
No, as I said, 30 hashtags never work. Always do it 27, 29, 28. 30 एग्जैक्ट लगा दोगे तो फिर तो बॉट को पता है ना यार आप तो हिट होने के लिए कर रहे हो 30. वो क्यों आपका पोस्ट हिट करेगा? इतने इंटेलिजेंट भी हैं सोशल मीडिया बॉट्स. Put 29, put 28. A variety of hashtags. अगर मैं सिर्फ क्रिएटिविटी, क्रिएटर्स, क्रिएटिंग लगा दूंगी तो फिर तो रीच खत्म. वैरायटी डालो, क्रिएटिव कॉन्क्लेव या राइटिंग, speaking, variety आ गई. जहाँ variety
Yeah,
आ गई,
I have seen a hashtag which was tagged like possibilitarian. So
yeah,
something unique, right?
something unique. Now, how many people follow that hashtag?
Okay.
The number of people following that hashtag. If we keep using hashtags that have thousands and millions of people following it, our post is going to get drowned. So we have to always keep a balance between our hashtag. कुछ hit and famous hashtags डालो, कुछ non-hit and non-famous डालो. जब balance रहेगा, तो दोनों audience हमारा post देख पाएगी.
Any other questions from the audience? Anybody else has a question? I don't think so.
Good evening,
Today,
everyone. Can I go next?
yes, yeah,
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 sure,
Mahira.
go ahead.
Hi, I'm Mahira Ahuja. I had connected with you as well, Rajvi, earlier. As I'd asked in the chat as well, how much posting is too much, like in a day?
Don't post more than twice a day. That's too much.
Okay.
Because if your followers, they get message when you post, right? A lot of people keep their notifications on for a particular account.
Right.
अगर हमने 2 बारी से ज्यादा डाला, उनको क्या होगा यार, ये तो पूरे दिन पोस्ट ही करता रहता है. They'll get annoyed by your account, they'll stop following you. The bot will see your account coming again, they'll think, okay, that's the same content coming in, push it down. So 2 content is more than enough. Maybe you put once in the morning, once in the evening. Find the right time for your audience. Think about when your audience is live and then post.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. Awesome.
Also, you said like reply to comments and engage, but then if you have like your following grows, then you can't really reply to all comments. Or maybe if it's a LinkedIn post article, you can't really reply to everything. Maybe if I've posted something and people are commending me, as you said, don't just comment thank you, like write in more. So if they're just writing like a very nice article, good job, keep it up, how do I build up on more than a thank you?
Okay. See, okay, let's say you have 100 comments on one of your article, okay, all of them appreciating your article or something. Don't reply to everyone, like everyone's comment, and then in the comment section, just write 2 to 3 lines about the backstory of the article. Maybe people would want to know about the backstory. Something extra about that article that is not there in the article. Because people have liked what you've written. Now, if you provide them with anything around the article, they are going to enjoy it as well. वो बस क्या चाहते हैं आपसे content मिले वाले. They just want that you should give importance to them. How will they get that importance? When you just give 2 to 3 lines maybe about the backstory or your inspirations for that article or about how you're going to use this article in future, like anything in that comment section. So all of those people who have commented get a ping on their number, get a ping on their phone that this person's also commented over here.
Okay, thank you.
We have Purnima ji. Can we, Purnima ji, can you be on the screen? I would like to introduce Purnima ji. She is a pioneer and she has been helping thousands of small scale women entrepreneurs. And she has in her team a lot of women entrepreneurs. And I'm sure that this session will definitely help her.
हेलो नमस्कार सर.
नमस्कार मैडम.
ओके मी कॅमेरा ऑन करते.
Please. Definitely love to hear from you. How did you like the session?
It was
it
great
interactive
session.
and informative?
Surely, actually मैं मोस्टली वुमन एंटरप्रेन्योर के लिए काम करती पूरे महाराष्ट्र में. तो आई एक्सपेक्टेड मोर कि वो सेशन हमेशा हिंदी में हो और उनका ख्याल रखते हुए, तो वो हम लोग हमेशा एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि क्योंकि थोड़ा इंग्लिश हमारे मतलब बाउंसिंग हो जाता है बीच बीच में, लेकिन सेशन अटेंड करना बहुत जरूरी होता है क्योंकि डिजिटल अगर हमें अपना बिजनेस ग्रो करना है तो वो लैंग्वेज भी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट होती है समझना. और मुझे लगता है कि आपका ये जो सेशन था वो बहुत ही काफी अच्छा था. मतलब स्टेप बाय स्टेप आपने जो एक्सप्लेन किया, मतलब मुझे तो बहुत अच्छा लगा. और मैं सुशांत सर के साथ बात भी करूंगी कि ये अगर हिंदी में होगा तो मैं अपने सारे वुमन एंटरप्रेन्योर के लिए भी रखना चाहूंगी, ऑल ओवर महाराष्ट्र और गुजरात कर्नाटका के लिए, क्योंकि ये जो टॉपिक है बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. क्योंकि हमारे महाराष्ट्र के मोर देन 7 लाख सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप है, तो मैं उनको देख रही हूँ. मोस्टली हम लोग एग्जीबिशंस के माध्यम से हमारे प्रोडक्ट सेल करते थे, लेकिन लास्ट 2 इयर्स सब कुछ बंद है. एग्जीबिशंस काफी ऑनलाइन चल रहे हैं, लेकिन वो इतने सैवी नहीं है कि ऑनलाइन अपने आप को कैसे प्रेजेंट करे और उनका रीच भी कैसे बढ़े. तो मुझे लगता है कि सोशल मीडिया में भी हम लोग वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर आगे आना बहुत जरूरी है ऐसे मुझे लग रहा है. इसलिए ये सारा सेशन में जैसे मुझे सुशांत सर का दिखा, मैंने तुरंत वो अटेंड किया. तो थैंक यू सो मच सर.
थैंक यू मैडम, थैंक यू वेरी मच.
हाईली ऑब्लाइज्ड. थैंक यू रजवी जी.
थैंक यू.
सारे महिलाओं को जितने भी महिला यहाँ पे है, मैं सबको निवेदन करूंगा कि आप पूर्णिमा जी के साथ अटैच हो जाइए. इनकी बहुत बड़ी टीम है और बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं. ना ही सिर्फ महाराष्ट्र में बट सारे देश में वो काम कर रहे हैं. रिसेंटली अभी पूर्णिमा जी सिंगापुर और दुबई में भी जाके गई हुई थी. वहाँ के मॅडम ते जरा तुम्ही सांगू शकाल का?
कोणता सर?
आता तुम्ही सिंगापूरला का दुबईला कुठे गेलात ना?
राइट. हाँ, मतलब हम लोगों ने लास्ट 4-5 ईयर्स से डिसाइड किया था कि मैंने सिंगापुर में भी एग्जीबिशंस अटेंड किया है. राजवी जी, आप अगर सिंगापुर से हो तो आपको पता होगा सिस्को एग्जीबिशन जो पूर्णिमा कामत इंडियन प्रोडक्ट्स एग्जीबिशंस होता है हर साल, और लास्ट 12 ईयर्स से सिंगापुर में होता है. तो सिंगापुर इंटरनेशनल इंडियन प्रोडक्ट्स एग्जीबिशंस होता है, तो उसमें हम लास्ट 2 इयर्स हम लोगों ने पार्टिसिपेट्स किया था। तो मैं वर्ल्ड ट्रेड सेंटर मुंबई की जीसी मेंबर हूँ, और एवरी मंथ में मेरे वर्ल्ड ट्रेड सेंटर में एग्जीबिशंस होते थे बिफोर ये लॉकडाउन, और काफी हमारा अच्छा नेटवर्क भी है। तो उनकी वजह से हमें इंटरनेशनल एग्जीबिशंस करने की अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिली। तो हम लोगों ने डिसाइड किया कि हम लोग बर्गर खाते हैं, तो क्यों नहीं हमारा इंडियन ट्रेडिशनल फूड भी आउट ऑफ कंट्रीज हम लोग रीच कर सकते हैं। मतलब फॉर एग्जांपल खाकरा है हमारा, फिर हमारे पोहे है, पोहा चूड़ा है, तो ऐसे नमकीन जो होममेड है और ट्रेडिशनली है। तो हम लोगों ने लास्ट 4 ईयर से काफी मतलब इंटरनेशनल एग्जीबिशन भी अटेंड किए, और इतना ग्रेट हमें रिस्पांस मिला है। तो मॉरिशस, सिंगापुर, फिर दुबई और ऑस्ट्रेलिया, तो इस तरह से हमारी जर्नी है, और हमारा नेटवर्क बढ़ते जा रहा है। तो मैंने और एक फोरम स्टार्ट किया है जो आर्टिस्ट लोग हैं महाराष्ट्रन के, तो उनके लिए मैंने दालन महाराष्ट्र करके एक फोरम स्टार्ट किया है। उसमें हमारे 56 आर्टिसन है जो महाराष्ट्रियन प्रोडक्ट्स बनाते हैं, कारागिर है जो गांव-गांव में है। महाराष्ट्र के 36 डिस्ट्रिक्ट में वो लोग काम करते हैं, और हर एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट की खासियत है। उस खासियत को हम लोगों ने एक पोर्टल पे लेके आए हैं, ऑनलाइन पोर्टल पे। और अब तक मैंने जो महाराष्ट्रन मंडल जो है दुबई, सिंगापुर, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, लंदन और यूएसए, फिर स्वीडन, न्यूजीलैंड, तो ऐसे टारगेट करके हर एक कंट्रीज हम लोग टैप कर रहे हैं हमारे साथ। और दिसंबर 2023 में हमारा विजन है कि 163 कंट्रीज में महाराष्ट्रियन प्रोडक्ट्स रीच हो। तो ये विजन से हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं। तो और फूड बिजनेस में भी हम लोग ट्रेडिशनली काम करें, तो इस तरह से जर्नी है। मैं चाहती हूँ कि हमारे घर की हर एक महिला एंटरप्रेन्योर बने, वो चाहे वो अचार बेचती हो या पापड़ बनाती हो, या वो खाकरा बनाती हो, या कोई सिरप बनाती हो, और ट्रेडिशनल स्पाइसेस बनाती हो। तो डिस्ट्रिक्ट वाइज हम लोग थोड़ा ट्रेडिशनल फूड्स लेके आ रहे हैं। तो इस तरह से उनकी वजह से, मतलब ये सारे वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर के वजह से महाराष्ट्र, गोवा, गुजरात, कर्नाटका, मध्य प्रदेश, और इस तरह से हम लोग पैन इंडिया काम कर रहे हैं। तो रिसेंटली कश्मीर भी हमारे में ऐड हो चुका है। तो
सुपर
इस
सुपर।
तरह से हमारी जर्नी है। चाहे हमें इंग्लिश नहीं बोलना आता है, लेकिन हमारे पास नॉलेज बहुत है। हम नेटवर्किंग में बहुत मास्टर है।
नहीं,
तो कौन
बहुत
से भी
मैंने
कंट्रीज में हम लोग बिजनेस कर सकते हैं।
मैंने बहुत सालों से पूर्णिमा जी का ये जर्नी देखा है, बहुत ही बढ़िया काम चालू है। और मैं पूर्णिमा जी आपको
थैंक यू
राजवी का
सर।
नंबर भेजता हूँ, राजवी
जी
को भी
जी
आपका
प्लीज।
नंबर देता हूँ,
यस यस।
यू कैन कनेक्ट। आप सब महिलाओं के लिए उसका सेशन रख सकते हैं।
यस,
एंड
हमारा टॉक शो होता है हमेशा। रजवी जी, मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगी, हर एक टॉपिक है, मतलब बिजनेस से रिलेटेड मेरे टॉक शो होते हैं, और अलग अलग कंट्रीज से मेरे टॉक शो में आ चुके। ऑलरेडी सिंगापुर से पूर्णिमा कामत जो है वो मेरे टॉक शो में ऑलरेडी आ चुके हैं। वो इंटरनेशनली इवेंट्स कैसे करती है और क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज है। तो टॉक शो में ये दोनों भी अपॉर्चुनिटीज होती है, एज अ गेस्ट के लिए भी, और एज अ जो प्रोग्राम अटेंड करते हैं उनके लिए इंफॉर्मेशन, नॉलेज हम लोग शेयरिंग करते हैं। तो गिव एंड टेक में होता है हमेशा, क्योंकि गेस्ट भी जो भी आता है तो हमारे लिए भगवान जैसा होता है, क्योंकि उनके थ्रू से हमें नॉलेज मिलती है, और हमारा भी कर्तव्य होता है कि उनको भी गिव एंड टेक में हम भी कुछ उनको उनके प्लेटफॉर्म पर उनके बिजनेस को हम लोग प्रमोट करें। तो मोर देन मेरे 100+ मेरे टॉक शो हो चुके। एवरीडे 1 टॉक शो होता है। तो मेरा झेप उद्योगिनी करके एक यूट्यूब चैनल है, मोर देन 5000 सब्सक्राइबर है उसमें, और उस तरह से जर्नी है हमारी। तो आप भी वेलकम प्लीज।
Sure, sure, sure. Would love to, ma'am.
Thank
Would
you.
love
Thank
to.
you so
Thank you so
much,
much.
ma'am. Thank you so
थैंक यू
much.
सो मच।
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rajvi. It was great honor to hear you, Rajvi. And sir, आपने इतना अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म बना के दिया है, हमें बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि हम बहुत कुछ सीख पा रहे हैं उससे।
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, agree.
Thank
पूर्णिमा जी आपसे मिलके मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई and we'll be connected. और Rajvi, this was a wonderful session, self-explanatory. So we would like to thank you and we would like to learn more and more practical sessions. We expect more practical sessions from you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Purnima ji.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
very much.
everyone.